Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Tutorial Tuesday. In this episode, we're going to talk about the dry sand, how it can be your friend and your enemy at the same time. We will also be selecting last week's Would You Dig It winner, and at the end of this video, we will have another Would You Dig It competition giveaway for a $25 Amazon gift card. So come on guys, let's check it out. Okay guys, I'm here on the dry sand. And right on this truck tire mark on the dry sand here, okay, as you can see, I laid a penny right here, a dime or a nickel right here, a dime right here, and a quarter right here. So, why did I lay these all out on the dry sand? Well, I'm going to explain to you why the dry sand is not only your friend, it's also your enemy at the same time. It's why the dry sand always has targets, and sometimes you don't hear those targets, okay? And why Jim has great success in the dry sand versus most people in the dry sand. Because if you're comparing me to most detectorists, there's one thing Jim does more than most, and that's dig trash. You look at every single one of my videos, you'll see a lot of trash almost in every single one of them. And if I don't, it is a discussion that I have saying, wow, I can't believe how little of trash I dug on that beach today. Okay, so we're going to start with this quarter right here. You can see 2930, and I'm going to put this in all metal mode. I'm in beach 1, so let's go all metal mode. All right, dime, 24.25. We're going to go, the nickel should be a 13. All right, and then the penny, 1920 probably. All right, so we can see them all laying out right here. All of them fairly easy targets for us to get, right? However, dry sand, when you drop something, does it lay flat? Only does it lay flat if there's a surface that's fairly firm, okay? If it's a surface that is loose, like this pile right here, let's take this quarter. Sorry guys, I'm gonna take this quarter and I'm gonna drop it right. That kind of laid flat, but you see the angle that came in at, right? I can still detect that, right? I'm gonna go ahead and pull that out. I'm gonna set it right over here. It's gonna lay flat right there. But what if it's not laying flat? What if it's sitting up like here? Quarters are fairly big, so they're fairly easy to detect. But you see all kinds of numbers coming up now, right? Before, it was, when it was laying flat, it had a clear target pattern. Now it doesn't. Now what happens if I step on it? And what if I step on it some more? Now, any of you guys digging that? Now, I'm gonna work this. All right, now if I'm gonna approach this like I would not knowing there's a quarter there, right? Look what I'm at. That's a quarter and I'm -2, -4. Now, I do know that I'm at Sunset Beach. There's a lot of iron in the ground, but it doesn't matter what beach you're at, guys, because a buried quarter, dime, nickel, or penny, or any other metal object deep, if it's buried deep and standing on end, just that little bit of blip, that's all we're getting. That's it. That's all we're getting. You guys know what it is. You know it's a quarter. Okay, so you know that's a quarter, right? Let's just smooth it out. So I imagine there's a lot of detectorists that would walk right over that thinking it's a tent stake. And I frequently predict those are tent stakes. If you see some of my videos, I'll go, I think it's a tent stake. Well, because that's exactly how a tent stake behaves, right? Let's get that thrown out of the hole. And there's my quarter, right? I didn't bury it down a foot. That may have been down, I don't know, 6 to 8 inches with a whole lot of mineralized sand on top of it. All right. So let's go to the dime. We're gonna do the same scenario all the way down and through. Here I come across that dime. That dime is all good and well, but what happens if it gets stepped on or driven over? See what I mean? All I did was step on it, guys. That was it. And if you're not in all metal mode, are you gonna hear it? I'm not in all metal mode. And guys, that's not very far down, is it? My sensitivity, let's crank that up. All right. So at a, what is it, 23 sensitivity, I could pick it up, but I shouldn't have to, right? So here's what Jim does in the dry sand. Jim comes across, he sees a little negative, right? Jim goes 90 degrees. All right, then he throws it out of the hole. He doesn't get that negative anymore, and then I could truly locate the real signal, right? Should have that dime. And there's the dime. So guys, in the mix of digging this hole, I buried a nickel. Just barely. So I'm not going to step on that. Let's just throw a little bit more sand on it. Throw more sand on it. Let's throw a big old scoop right on top of it. Another big old scoop. Now here we go. We got a few scoops on there, right? I'm still getting a 13 because nickels are pretty strong. I know the nickel's deep, so that's why I went in there deep after it, guys. All right, so I would say our nickel provided the best reaction, but you add a little coating or corrosion on top of that nickel. This was corroded at one time. It changes the whole perspective and sound as well. So I'm gonna toss that right there so we see that nickel. I have a penny here. Let's move that nickel. So right there is that nickel that I moved, right? We're gonna put it right there. You have a penny right here, right? Okay, so this penny and this nickel, we're gonna put together in the same hole. They're gonna drop. They drop at the same time. But all of a sudden a dog ran by. And then another truck came by. And then somebody stepped and people walk. And see how everything changes? So I don't care what machine you have. If it's the Equinox, it doesn't matter. Metal detectors behave the same way all the time. Every single one of them behaves very similar. And sometimes you can completely mask if you're not in all metal mode. All right, and you won't hear it. And in this case, true target identity doesn't occur until you dig it. And if you're not willing to dig it and you think this is garbage because of these, I guess those aren't too bad in numbers, but you've seen how bad some of them are. Okay. Nickel should be right there. And I'm only targeting the nickel right now. I haven't even heard the penny. Okay, we know that's the nickel. Look at that. I know that's a penny. We know that's a penny, right? Coming up 12. As you see, I've totally lost that penny. Let's go ahead and get 13 up. And let's get my nickel. But as you can see, guys, I've recovered the quarter of the dime. I have not recovered the nickel. I mean the penny. If I know it's there, I'm going to crank the sensitivity up. So it must have been thrown out of the hole with one of those tosses, and I just didn't detect it because it was sitting at some type of weird angle. So guys, this is why patience in the dry sand will pay off. All right, many detectorists go straight for that wet. And guys, I don't blame you. Jim goes there all the time too, because Jim finds good stuff. We know the truth is, guys, and I know I'll sit in my office and I'll discuss this with you, but the truth is, if you look at some of these images that I'm about ready to show you about dry sand, 70% of the people that come to the beach only put their feet in the water. So guys, you just saw the images of a lot of people in the dry sand, so you can imagine a lot of targets getting dropped. And I call that seeding the sand. They virtually seed the sand that'll last for years, because we can't really detect everything in the dry sand. That stuff settles down and then it gets moved around and then it gets brought back up with activity. Every time that lifeguard truck drives by, it either pushes down a target or exposes a new one. That's really the truth about the dry sand. It's one of the reasons I hunt it a lot. Now I know you can find good targets in the wet. I also know that the wet sand can drag stuff from the dry into it. But there's a limit to that. There is. We have to look at beach erosion for that. We don't have a lot of big storms here in Southern California, especially in the summertime. So we do get some big surf here and there, and times we do get big surf is a good time to go out and see if there's any beach erosion to hunt in the wet sand. I will tell you, I don't have a whole lot of competition in the dry sand because most of the detectorists in this area go straight for the wet, unless they're new and then they're hanging out in the dry. Jim, after work on a weekday, goes straight for the towel line, and I'll zigzag right up it. It doesn't matter if it's low tide or high tide. It's just what Jim does. And why does Jim do that? In the summertime, that towel line is about fresh drops. And I usually have great success. I also like to work right after events. You get the stuff that hasn't settled down quite a bit. And I also like to work the dry sand when the dry sand has been worked by equipment. Now, a lot of times that equipment can just push the stuff right that much down where you cannot detect it, and a lot of times it brings it right up to the surface. So it's always hit and miss. With every footstep from a dog or from a human, it could expose or sink down a target. That is why the dry sand is such a difficult location to detect. It also is the reason Jim has such great success. And I want to point out one of the most important things that I can share. The reason Jim has great success is because he digs a lot. And if you look at every single one of my wrap-ups, you will see I dig a lot of trash, and it pays off. So I hope this video helps you, and let's get on to the Would You Dig It winner selection. Okay guys, I have one here for you. All right. Let's go 90 degrees. I'm in Park 1, all metal mode. Would you dig it? And if you would dig it, comment below on what you think it is. And you have a chance to win a $25 Amazon gift card. Go 90 degrees again, guys. Alright, just so you know, I did plant it there. I do know what it is. And I just wanted to show you guys how important it is to make sure you understand what you are digging. Guys, notice that's my wedding ring. Alright, so that is a gold ring. Hey guys, it's time to select last week's winner of the Would You Dig It competition. We're going to go to TubeBuddy app. I'm going to click on Pick a Winner. Comment must contain the words gold ring. Oop, gold ring. Congratulations, Corey the Treasure Hunter. Send me an email. You can find that in the About Me section of my channel page, and I will send you out your $25 Amazon gift card. Congratulations, Corey the Treasure Hunter. Send me an email and I will send you out your $25 Amazon gift card. And guys, if you haven't checked out Corey's channel, Jim watches Corey's channel all the time. I don't miss an episode. I actually have him featured on my channel page, okay? So you can go to my channel page, scroll down to the featured section, and you will see Corey the Treasure Hunter's channel. I enjoy watching every single bit of it. He is very good at what he does. So I suggest you do check out his channel. And guys, don't get discouraged. I got another Would You Dig It competition giveaway coming up right now for a $25 Amazon gift card. So let's check this one out. I'm in Beach 1 and all metal mode. And I do have a target right here. Let me take my earphones off. Would you dig it? Look how deep that is. I'm in Beach 1. Alright. Would you dig it? I'm gonna go 90 degrees now. Okay. If you would dig it, or even if you wouldn't dig it, for a chance to win a $25 Amazon gift card, comment below on what you think it is. So guys, would you dig it? I dug it. Would you dig it? And if you would dig it, comment below on what you think it is, and you'll have a chance to win a $25 Amazon gift card that we'll select in next week's Tutorial Tuesday. And guys, if you like my videos, please click like. If you'd like to see more, consider subscribing, ringing this bell, and receive all the notifications every time I release a new video. And please take a look at either one of these videos.